Welcome back to another review, and there's a lot to unpack. First, we find out that Project Quite Zero basically means having control over everything and anything, becoming a god according to Prospera. But why does she need Miorino's help if the person that's needed is in a coma? Miorino also finds out that her mom was the director for this project, so maybe that's why Delling was working on it and was willing to take Prospera's help. Clearly, they both want something from this project. If you ask me, they both either want their loved ones back or prevent others from losing theirs. But with Prospera having a darker vision for it. Back at the school, Suletta confronts Nika about what happened, but she persists to not say anything besides being an orphan and that she saw herself in Suletta being able to relate to her wanting to go to school. Meanwhile, the other members of the Earthian house are also getting suspicious of her. Elan gets creepy as fuck again but gets stopped by Sophie before he showed Suletta his affection. Sophie and Suletta talks about their stakes for the duel, and all Sophie wants is a family, so if she wins, she wants Suletta to be a part of it, but Suletta declines, saying that she already has a bride. I hate it when they make hateable characters likable because of their backstory, but at the same time, it fleshes out the characters more, giving them a reason to be the way they are. The Rumble Ring begins, which is basically a battle royale for pilots from different houses to duke it out on the battlefield. Right off the bat, everybody goes for Suletta, but with some help from Ellen and Choo Choo, not everyone can get to her that easily. Neil goes after Suletta, but the fight gets interrupted by Sophie, who pops out of nowhere and severely damages his cockpit. Suletta quickly realizes that Sophie and Noera were the terrorists that she fought back in Planchetta. A massive fight breaks down, a couple of people dies, and the duo brought their own gun bits in the form of pilotless machines called gun vulvas. While fighting Suletta, Sophie says that all she's been wanting amongst other things is a family that will love her. A place to belong to, something I also wanted when I was younger. This is why I usually like the crazy nut jobs. There's always a story behind the insane persona, it just took a while for hers to be exposed. Clearly, since a young child, like Nika, Sophie and Noira has been manipulated and used like a tool for Merc-like or anti-Spatian agendas. It's not impossible to think that they've been gaslit to thinking that fighting is the only way to get what you want in life. Another thing that I thought when I was younger. Manipulation seems to be the theme here with how Prospera is parenting Suletta. Ariel displays a new ability where she overrides the gun vulvas, making them attack Sophie instead. While they're fighting, Prospera reveals to Belle that Ariel is in fact Erit Samaya, which made me question, how did she even turn Eri into a Gundam? Did she read the lore of NAF or some shit? Still, it's a fucked up idea that she might have gotten after she lost both her husband and her mind. It does confirm that Suletta is questionably not a clone but a younger sister to Eri, maybe with a different father? Since the timeline wouldn't make sense if it was Nadim's. Questionable because Suletta could still be a clone of Eri produced after she became a Gundam, because they look exactly the same from the eyebrows to the eye and hair color. Sophie gets excited and rushes in while Ariel readies to fire at her. Suletta shouts for Ariel to stop, and she does, but it was already too late. Sophie was already taken by the curse. This made me feel something. I don't usually feel much for characters I don't care for, yet this made me feel something. Oh my god, I do care. Anyways, Sophie was taken by Noera, mentioning that someday she too will succumb to the curse of the Gundams. For the first time, she showed some other kind of emotion. At this point, even Eri seems to be convincing Suletta of something which could just be her innocently mimicking their mom. Poor Suletta, man. This episode ends with Nika missing and the rest of the Earthian house being arrested, accused of terrorism. This episode is insane. Like the whole entire week, I've been thinking, how are the duo gonna get out of this? After threatening Suletta and almost killing Nika, will they get expelled, arrested, see the error of their ways? No, kill one of them. While they were fighting, I thought Ariel would override Sophie, preventing her from dying, and she'll play an important part in the future. But no! I was not ready for that, and maybe that's why I felt something. But Suletta realizing what happened when she opened the cockpit hits different too. The next episode is titled Father and Daughter. So some might think that it will reveal who Suletta's father is, but personally I think it might be a backstory for Mjorn and Delling, featuring their history along with her mom. Hopefully, it gives a more expanded explanation about Quite Zero, like why they actually wanted it or how the idea came to be. I kind of think Soleta would maybe sacrifice herself at the end rewriting the world for Myorine, but Myorine will not allow it. Maybe that's what the outro means. Maybe I'm overthinking again. Maybe. Yeah, anyways, that's it for today. Punch that like button. Subscribe for more. Take it easy. And peace. And cringe.